Hey guys, it's time for the maiden flight of the Dynam T-28 Trojan. Welcome back to RC Video Reviews. It's maiden day for the Dynam T-28 Trojan. I'm going to do a quick control systems check and we're going to go fly. I expect elevator up. I've got it. I expect left aileron to go up. I've got it. I expect the rudder to come left. It does. I expect the nose wheel to go left, and it does. And I'm going to bump the throttle, and I've got throttle. Let's go fly. All right, here we go. All right, need a little nose down trim, which is okay. One click trim to the rescue, man. I love that one click trim on the Tyrannus. It's a beautiful thing. I needed quite a bit of nose down. So what I do in those cases, if you're not familiar with how one click works, is you move the stick to where you want it, flying straight and level, and hold it there and let the plane fly flat. And then you just hit the one click trim. And once you do that, you got to let go, because once you've done that, then your trims are now taking over for your deflection on the stick. So you got to let go, because otherwise you push yourself into a little bit of a awkward situation. And there you go. That feels close to being trimmed up. I'm running a 4-cell 2200 on this setup, but other than that, everything else is stock. Stock motor, stock ESC, stock prop. Man, this is beautiful. I love the yellow. Real easy to see that color in the sky. And the plane feels fantastic. Nice roll rate. Yeah, beautiful roll rate. Let's try a loop. No problems there, nice and straight. Came out of the loop clean. Beautiful. All right, you guys are gonna see something new. You know, I don't mess with gear on maidens, but got to talk a little bit about the gear. There goes the gear, it's up. When I first came out to maiden the plane, I had a gear breakage. So I called BitGo and they jumped right on it and sent me a replacement. So I got the new gear in, did a lot of testing with it on the ground. I know it's gonna work, and the gear is up, and boy, does that look sleek with the gear up flying by. I love it. Anyway, yeah, BitGo jumped right on the problem, got me a replacement, and here we are, ready to go. A couple days later. Beautiful flying plane. And I love the color. And I'm on high rates too, so maiden flight high rates, and I'm already feeling pretty good about this one. Very good power on that 4-cell. Let's do a yaw trim. You guys know the deal on that. Climb straight up, kill the power, and see which way it goes. Straight down. Perfect. I'm going to do a dive test now, because I want to get an idea of center of gravity, see if I'm nose heavy or tail heavy. So 45-degree down, let go of the stick. Oh, that is tail heavy. Did you see that? That's the first time I've seen that. It tucked into the dive. And when they tuck into the dive on a dive test off power, that means you're slightly tail heavy. That's what that means. Do it again. Yes, that's confirmed. All right. We'll have to move it back just a little bit. You know what though? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna try inverted. I'm gonna see what happens inverted. No, inverted, it requires more up elevator, so I'm not gonna adjust that. Boy, this thing flies really nice. You know, that's one thing about these Dynam planes. For whatever faults they have, and there are some faults, once you get them flying, they fly good. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to set the gear down and practice some approaches. You guys know that even though I've been messing around a little bit more with this one than normal, I still want to practice some approaches and get a feel for what it's going to take to get the plane. So gear comes down. There it is. All three are down. I'm gonna get myself lined up for an approach, and let's get a feel for what it takes to get it on the ground. So I'm downwind, about 50% throttle. I'm gonna make my turn to base, start descending, and bring my throttle down to about 30. Now the throttle's off. Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. First landing on the plane, it just kind of greased in. So no flaps on that either, by the way. Let's try it with some landing flaps. What the heck? I've got half flaps in. Let's try it, see what happens. No problem. All right, guys, there you go. There is the Maiden on the T-28 Trojan. Absolute cupcake to fly. No surprise though, right? That's one of the reasons this airframe is so popular at clubs like this, is because it's real easy. It's easy to handle, and it's got some skills. It's got some capabilities. I like it. Easy to fly. The Maiden went off without a hitch other than a quick little landing gear swap out. I'm gonna go take this back to the bench, do my inspection. I've got some more batteries for it, and I plan on flying some more. This is flight number 2 of the Dynam T-28 Trojan. First flight went off without a hitch. Definitely was a cupcake. Gears up. One thing about this airplane is that it feels very stable. I mean, a very, very stable flying plane. I do not have a stabilizer in this plane. I've got a little bit of wind today, not much. Once you get it trimmed up, it's a hands-off flyer, you know. I think I've got the power just north of 50% right now. And at that power level, it feels like it's pulling hard enough that it just reacts and stays locked in during straight and level flight, meaning it doesn't wallow around, kind of moves ahead with purpose. We try and get a couple low passes, low and slow, or at least low. Nice flyer. I mean, how do you complain about that? No complaints. Solid plane. Ooh, almost tip stalled. That's as low and slow as I can go. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. This is a very easy flying airplane. But I'm feeling my battery get a little soft, so I'm going to get the gear down and get it on the ground. Here comes the gear. All three are down. I give myself half flaps, although you don't really need them on this plane. There you go. Nice flyer. Alright guys, let's wrap up the series on the Dynam T-28 Trojan. Overall, I'd say this plane is just a little cupcake, man. It's a sweetheart of a flyer. It takes off easy, it tracks straight in the sky, it lands really easy. I didn't have any problems getting it on the ground using just landing flaps, and you don't even really need those. If you've got good touch on the sticks, you don't even really need to use the flaps for landing. You can land this plane without flaps really easily. Definitely the 4-cell pack. I can't even imagine flying this on 3-cell. I have experience flying this motor and that prop on 3-cell and 4-cell with the Dynam Mustang, and when I switched to a 4-cell on that setup, I liked it a lot better. So definitely for me, 4-cell is the right answer for this plane, and it balances well with 4-cell as well. And the ESC seems to be able to handle it, and I did touch the motor. It came off really cool. You know, very cool to the touch. No issues there at all. Okay, let's talk about the landing gear real quick. When I came out to Maiden it the last time, one of the landing gear just stopped working. I don't know what happened exactly, so I called BitGo Hobby and told them about it, and they jumped on it right away, sent me a replacement, and I got it in the plane, and I'm back up and running in no time. So it's just one of those things, I think, that just happens from time to time, and you have to live with it. I don't think there's a single airplane out there with retracts that's 100% flawless. But that said, in flight, definitely a joy to fly. I had no complaints in the sky flying this plane. Very easy flyer. This would be a very good second plane. And if you've been watching the channel, you know I just posted that video on the Waco suggesting that as a definite daily flyer. This could absolutely fit that bill as well, because it's just a piece of cake in the sky. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the entire series on the T-28 Trojan. I had a lot of fun building it and flying it. It's a very cool looking plane in the sky. Love the yellow and black color scheme. Hope you guys enjoyed the material as well. If you're new to the channel, I would appreciate your subscription. And if you're a regular, keep interacting with the videos, comments, thumbs up, all that stuff helps. I appreciate your interaction. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.